Hey everyone and welcome to the club. Today I'll be showing you how to draw Mega Mewtwo X from Pokemon. We're going to be drawing the character facing towards the left, so we're going to start at the top of my page with the eye. With the upper brow area, we're going to start on the inside and just curve up and out. Now I'm going to draw the lower part of the eye, so we're going to start on the inside. We're going to step up just a little bit for the little overhang. Draw a curve coming down, then up towards the top. Now we're going to draw in the iris just leaning over towards the right side with an oval, starting at the very top, curve down towards the bottom, and then back up towards the top. In the center, we're going to draw a tiny little oval for the pupil. Just to the side of the eye, we're going to draw a little curve for the brow area, just curving up. Now I want to continue this curve, but leaving a little gap here up towards the first horn. So we're going to leave a gap and just curve out towards the right, going up, and then as we get towards the outside, we're going to curl it upwards. From here, I just want to round it out and then just pull it back down. So it's tapering wider as we get back towards the head. Let's move back to the front and draw the nose. So just over towards the left, we're going to curve down and out. Now I'm going to draw the front of the nose curving up towards the mouth. So we're going to come down, pull it up, and then we'll just curl down the edge of the mouth. In this area, I just want to draw a little line for the nostril. Now let's go back up to the top. We're going to draw on the back side of the head. So from here I'm just going to curve out and then up. Right from here I'm going to draw on the back side of the horn. So taking this and just duplicating it back here. So curving up. We're going to round it out and then just pull it down. So it's tapering. Now we're going to draw in the top of the head. So doing a little overlap, draw a curve going across and then in behind the front horn. Underneath the mouth, we're going to draw on the bottom of the chin. So right down here, we're just going to draw a curve going back. Now I'm going to draw on the back side of the jaw here. From this point, I just want to curve out and then down towards the jaw. We're going to do a hard turn coming in, just aiming towards the neck, but we want to leave a little gap here. So curving back in. Now from here, I'm going to draw on the neck. So two lines side by side. One coming down from the front and then one in the back. We're going to connect that point to that line here, but again, we're going to leave a little gap here, so we're going to add that little line. On the side of the head, we're going to add another little brow line. So right up here, draw a curve going up. Let's go in and draw the overlapping shoulder area. So just in the middle, we're going to step down and draw a point. From here, I'm going to curve up and out towards the right. Now that we have that line in place, we're going to add in that little extension coming from the head. So we're going to step up, do a little overlap, draw an angled line, and we'll draw one on the outside. We're going to go in and just close off this gap. From this point here in the neck, we're just going to curve across. Now from here, we want to draw on the left side of the shoulder area. So from this point, we're going to curve down and in. So leaving a little space in between. From here, we're going to curve out and then back in behind the head. Let's draw that little V in the middle of the chest here. From the left side, we're going to come down in the middle and then back up on the right side. Going back to the right, we're going to draw on the bottom edge of this curve in the shoulder. So we're going to curve it out. Now that we have the shoulder line in place, we can draw in the front arm. So we start out here, we're going to step in, just draw a curve going out and then down towards the elbow. We're going to do the inside part of the arm. So we're going to step down and draw a curve in the opposite direction, coming back towards the inside part of the elbow. Now we're going to draw on the forearm. From here we're going to curve out and then down. Now we're going to start layering in the fingers. From here we're going to draw on the thumb, curving out and then back in, almost like a half circle. We're going to do an overlap and draw another little half circle going around. And then we'll draw one more. So stepping down, we're going to curve this around and then just pull this in across the wrist, aiming towards that point. Now we're going to have to draw in those little ridges across the forearm. Stepping down here, we're going to curve across and over. Now about halfway along this curve, we'll draw another tapering curve going across like that. We want to show another bump out in the ridge, so we're going to step down here, curving out, and then across. Now we can draw on the back side of the forearm. From the elbow, we're just going to curve in behind that ridge. Now that we have this arm in place, we can finish off the shoulder. So from this point at the top, we're just going to curve out and then just pull that in behind the arm. Let's continue down with the body. So I'm going to draw on the outside edge of the torso coming down to right about here. So behind the shoulder area, I'm going to start down here. I'm going to curve out, and then we'll just round it out coming down towards the lower torso. Now we're going to go into the back side. So from this point in the arm, we're going to step back and curve over towards the left. From here, we're just going to angle a short line coming down. From this point, we're going to draw the right side leg. So from this point, we want to curve out and then down across the thigh. Going out and then down. From this point of the lower torso, I'm just going to do a hard turn going up in behind the thigh. Now we want to draw on the back side of the thigh here, but we're going to draw that same ridge that we have on the arm. So from this point, we want to curve and just aim towards the knee area here. Starting up here, we're going to curve out, and then right about here, we're going to stop. We want to draw a little bump like that. We're going to continue this curve, going down. We'll draw another bump, curving out, and back in, and then we're still aiming down towards the knee. So we're going to curve down and in. From these points and these little bumps, we're just going to curve across the leg. Going across from the bottom, and then these two here. Just drawing the same length curve going across the leg. Now before we finish off the leg, I just want to add that little final detail in the body. So at the bottom of this V in the center of the body, we're just going to curve down and then out towards the left. From here, I just want to curve across to the outside of the body. And then we're going to go over in behind the thigh on the right side. Underneath this arm, we're going to step down and just draw an angled line coming across towards the center of the body. Now let's go back down towards the lower leg. From here, I just want to draw the lower part of the calf coming down towards the toes. So we're going to curve out and then just pull that down. From here, we're going to round out the first toe. It's almost like a circle. We're going to curl around, up, and then back. At the top of this curve, I'm just going to draw a little angled curve going up. In between here, I'm just going to curve across. Now I'm going to overlap the second toe. So we're going to step up and draw another curl, going around and then back up. From this point of the knee, I just want to curve down towards the top of that foot. Curving down and just aiming towards the top of that toe. We're going to add a third toe in the back here. So we start up here on the leg, curving down and out. We do an overlap and just draw almost like a half circle going around and then in behind that toe. Up in here, I'm just going to add a couple lines for the knee. So one line on the inside and then one coming in the opposite direction on the other side. Now let's move over to the left and draw the back leg here. So we're going to start by lining up the hips. We're going to curve out and then down. I want to draw the same little bumps that we have. So right here, we're going to curve around. We're going to draw a curve. So again, I'm aiming that curve down towards the knee area. So I'm going to line this up, draw another curve, little bump, continue that curve down towards the knee. Then up here, we're just going to pull those lines coming in the opposite direction, curving in. Bottom will do that same thing, across like that. Now on the inside part of the leg, I just want to draw the inner part of the thigh. So we're just going to curve in towards the knee, leaving a gap here. We go to the outside and draw in the leg towards the toes. From here, we're going to curve out towards the left and down to right about there. We're going to do an overlap, just like we did on the right side. We're going to step back, drawing a curl, going across like this. And we're going to overlap that on this side for the second toe. Starting down here, curl around, and then we're going to pull that up. At the top of this toe, we're just going to draw a curve going up along the leg. Now the third toe here is going to be pointing towards the right. So we're going to start up here, curving down, and then we're going to swirl this around on the right side like that. From the top of the foot, we're going to curve up and in, and we're going to connect the back of the knee to that point with a curve. Starting at the top, curve around, and back down. Up in the knee area, we're going to do the same thing we did on the right side. Draw one line, and then draw one in the opposite direction. Let's go over to the left and draw on this arm. So we're going to line up the shoulders. So right here, I'm going to draw a curve going out and then down. We're going to draw the inner part of the forearm. So stepping down, I'm going to curve up and out. We're going to draw on the first finger. So you're going to see the fingers this way. So from here, we're going to curl around. First finger, to swirl that back up. In between this finger and this next finger, we're just going to draw a little curve going across. Now we draw another curl, stepping over, almost like drawing a circle, going around. And we'll pull this down to right about here because I want to overlap the third finger on top. From this point, we're going to step down, drawing that third finger, and right here we're just going to swirl this in towards the wrist, sort of aiming towards that side there. Beside this finger, draw a little curve coming down for the palm. Now we're going to overlap those little ridges on the arm. So stepping over, curve across and in. About halfway along this line, I'm just going to taper another curve going across. We want to add that second ridge, so right in here, curve out, and then back in. And again, about halfway down this curve, go in towards the body. Now from the elbow, we're just going to curve up in behind the body here, going upwards. The final thing we're going to add is the tail that curls up at the top here. So we're going to start in behind this thigh. We're going to curve up in behind the arm. We'll continue this curve up towards the top. Now here there's a little curl, so I'm going to step up, draw a little, almost like an oval coming down and going back up on top. Now I'm going to taper the tail in behind this arm. So starting at the top again, we'll continue this curve, coming down, in behind the arm. We'll continue this in between the arm and the leg. One last thing I got to do is continue this curve in the shoulder, in behind the arm, in towards the body. Just going to finish that off by closing off that gap. And that's pretty much it. There we have it. There's Mega Mewtwo X from Pokemon. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Make sure you subscribe and send us your requests in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.